Okay, so this bit should be done. There we are. Wow, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Okay, good job, everybody. Now what we'll do is we will change the floor to meet standard. There we are. We'll just do this. We'll get rid of these corners here, because they're going to open out in two ways by the looks of it. There we are. Beautiful. And now we'll get the metal flooring again. And we'll make it go out like that. There we are. It's all about order. It's all about your pattern. Keep the pattern and you will do great things, is what the sensei once said. Thank you, sensei. And yeah. So what's going on here? Do we want to make this a fence and just sort of add a little bit of extra segregation right there? Or do we want it to just continue to build across? I kind of want to keep it building. I want to have some... Well, we still need to do the inside wall, really. So I think that's something we've got to get round to doing first. We want to make sure this is exactly the same on the other side, which kind of means that making a... Well, not exactly. I can keep this being part of the inside. Like I said before, we can just make it into cells. In fact, having this pop out here is a bad idea. We should make it into white tiles. There we are, and do the same on this side. Then we'll go to concrete walls. And we still need to make this part of the inside, I feel. I'm not too sure. We'll go to fences, however. We don't want to fence off that far. But we do want to make it so that the inside right here makes sense. So let's see. I think... Is that inside or outside? I think that's outside. Like this. So that works. And it will go down like that. And then we'll just have like a fence in the middle. I kind of like the look of that. That looks nice. You can definitely see a difference there. And then, of course, it will just go on into being some normal concrete walls. So if we just like ignore that bit first and make this a fence. I mean, it would be kind of pointless to have a fence there. I know, but it looks nice. That's the whole point. We'll get rid of these and turn them into doors. Of course, the problem with that is that they're going to keep... We'll turn it into a staff door. I like the idea of that. Where's objects? We'll make a staff door right here so they don't just keep getting stuck between them. There we are. We'll make this another wall. And we'll do the same over here. Well, it should go up this far anyway. There we are. Then it'll poke out by one. And then keep going. Okay. I'm liking it. It looks nice. It's orderly, which is the best bit. Keeping it real. All about that fashion. I think we do the same on this side. That looks about right. We'll go all the way down. Oh shit, I forgot how expensive this was. Wait a minute, we'll stop for a second. We'll probably have to do the other side here. But that one long stretch is going to be a bit of an issue. So we'll go back to building. This is very expensive. We should go over here and see how the work was done today. Looks pretty good. Let's sell some objects. Beautiful. Sell some more wood. Lovely. Made 8 grand from that. Now we'll go back to objects and spend it all. Why is there a gap there, guys, huh? Why is there a gap there? There we are. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We'll build up here. Oh, shit. How much is this going to cost? Okay, it's good enough. Good enough. And ping. So we've still got a decent amount of money left. We've got these corners going on right here. Looks a bit strange. Walking on the inside. We've got a nice door, though, which is good to look at. It's orderly. What we might want to do is get rid of this fence. And just sort of turn it into a walkway for the guards. But I kind of want to keep it as a fence. So maybe not. maybe we just keep it the way it is. So how are the new prison cells going to work in this? Prison cells. I kind of wanted to do the same as this. Just sort of curve around and curve around here as well. Have these two sections just filled with prisons. So around here, we'll just sort of have it skirt around the corners of the walls with these prison cells like we've got right here. And then on the inside, we'll probably have like a yard here and another yard down there. But then around it, we'll just have extra prison cells similar to what we've got here probably. Or maybe here. Obviously, the extra yards are going to be very useful. Because it's good to have yards close by to the prisons. Not exactly sure why. In my mind, I'm just thinking it's easy access. So that's pretty much it. I don't want everyone... I don't want 182 prisoners to all be... It'll be more than that after this. We'll be able to get the cell block D or E grant, most probably. Speaking of grants, 79% until the free servings thing is done. I can't believe it's only 79%. Have we done all of our meals? I guess this is the last day. I'm not too sure. I think it's been 3 days. It's been 3 days since we've been doing this. Also, super speed mode is not as quick as it was. And normal speed mode. I mean, it must be a different planet. So look at this. That shower's way too small for the amount of people that are in it. It's a good thing we got these showers, but they are barely used. Kind of. Oh, yeah, we'll need extra showers around there as well. What's going on there? Well treated? That's not right, is it? Why are we treating our prisoners well? That's not the point of this entire endeavor. Visitation can stay the same. And the cooking right now is working fairly well. I'm not too sure why the CCTV is once again not in operation. You guards are not doing a very good job when it comes to your ability to deploy. We want a garden there, always. And we want to have guards around these extra areas as well. So just generally, if we just sort of pop guards in there. I want to have 3 guards standing around that. I want a lot more guards around here. There we are. Are they on their deployments? Are they on their guard walkways then? No, I guess not. They're on their walkways though. We've got some over here. We've got an extra one right there. So they're all on their ways right now. We just need these ones to be walkawayable. Walkawayable. And also what we want to do is set up the entire walkways for the second part of the prison. God, it's getting bigger. We're going places with this. This is fantastic. Right. Absolutely fantastic. Right, what are we seeing right now? We're seeing lights. We're seeing forestry. What we're also seeing is my ineptitude, because I just completely forgot what I was doing. Right, we'll go over to objects. All right, I wanted to sell some more stuff, but I don't think they've worked yet. So I'm not too sure if there's much point there. 91% on the nutrition research. Not all prisoners have been fed, apparently. They're getting a little bit rowdy. 6% of prisoners have been fed. So we're going to hurry up because they're going to start getting very hungry. Apparently 98 prisoners have been well treated, even though... Are we feeding them or not? How's this working? Have they all been fed, or are they all hungry? Is that how many meals we've got, and that's how many prisoners that have not been fed? I don't know how this works. Either way, it's nearly feeding time, so I like the idea of that. If they'll eat anything, I'm not too sure. We'll just have to imagine that they will. So here we are. That's feeding time. 95%. While we're doing that, let's see if we can actually afford to make all this inside done. So how much would that cost? Nope. Nope. I don't think we will have enough money. So we're just going to have to watch for a little while. Hopefully they can get some work done after this delicious meal. There we are. Look, they're all very, very hungry, apparently. So is it a good idea to make the meals at the beginning of the day? Or do I want to sort of change the meal times depending on how hungry they're really getting? That's probably how it works. I'm not just sure if you can move them around when you've got just the one serving. But I think it might be a good idea just to make it at the beginning of the day. Or maybe a little bit after the beginning of the day. The thing is, it's got to be 24 hours apart. Okay, so if we just pause right here. We want to go back to policy. We want to go to low quantity, low variety. Just low. No variety. That's interesting. So it only costs 118. Right, so serve a single low quantity, low variety meal for 2 days. Right. So now, what we want to do is we want to probably get the SWAT team in. Where am I going here? Regime. Right. We might want to make them sleep for a little while longer. I like the idea of that. What we'll do is we'll make them sleep for an extra hour, because screw it. Then we'll have a shower right here over the eating time. Then we'll have free time. And then extra yard time. Then they eat. Then they work for a little bit longer. Then they have 2 hours free time. Then they go to sleep. And then they... Oh, crap. It just takes so long just to have that one eating time. I think what we need to do is probably have extra eating hours. Maybe we'll go closer to, like, this time. And then we'll make this free time. Make the extra working time right here. And we'll have extra yard time. Now, I think having the extra free time is a good idea. So we'll see how well that goes. Probably not very well. I'm looking forward to the riots, is what I'm definitely looking forward to. 2 days of this just to get 15 grand. That just doesn't sound right. Oh well, they'll be working extra hours, so that's pretty good to see. And they've had a high variety meal. So now, we've given them all their pamphlets and saying that now we'll be giving you really shit meals made of gloop and some other unfortunate atrocities added into it. And it'll cost us next to nothing. And you guards should be opening doors for these people. I mean, I know it's not exactly the most fun thing to do. But right now it seems to be my job. No wonder they can barely get anything done. You know what? These doors are pointless. They're doing their jobs. I don't see the point of having them there. Dump them. Get rid of them. Well, dismantle them. Okay, you can dump that one. But we don't need this one as well. So just dismantle that. We will keep the storage one, though, because that one's important. We don't want people going in and out of the storage. So there we are. Now we can actually see in them fully, which is pretty great. Free fire mode. Just start shooting the crap out of people. Maybe we shouldn't have that on. That'd be a pretty good idea. Right, so we'll just sell this one bed. And we'll sell the wood around it. For the most part. They didn't make too much. Still working time. What are they doing? Why you stop working, guys? Whoa, cigarettes. You son of a bitch. Also, that was a really loud whoa there. I do apologize. My voice just went into, like, explosion mode. More cigs. Ooh, I'm not liking this. This is bad play. I thought you were good prisoners. I thought you did your part. But no, apparently not. What's going on there? Oh, clean up. Okay. Alright, so what we'll do is we will go to walls. And we're going to set it up so that it goes all the way down here. Oh, God. So there we are. That would be one of the walkways. And this would be another one. Now, do we want them to cut through the middle? We probably do. And then we can have sort of these sections here to be something else completely. As to what they will be, I'm not too sure. Maybe more cells. It'll probably just be more cells. More utilities. Obviously, we want to have some security rooms as well. I'm thinking maybe 2 big security rooms around here. And they can have access to the general area, including the yard. They'll be connected to that. No prison will be able to go through it, though. Alright. Delicious. I like it. It's going places. It's lock up, though. It's lock up now? Maybe we should just make that sleep time. Sure, go to bed, guys. Oh, crap. I'm not just sure why that's there. There we go. Alright, it's because they're two separate. I forgot about that. We don't have normal prisoners. We just have really, really scary, very angry prisoners. They just want to go home. But no, you're not going home. You're staying here for the rest of your damn lives. Look, we'll just tell you how long you're going to stay here. You, sir. You literally have a bazillion years. You're not getting out of here, ever. You've served 25 years. You still have 126. Man, you, murder, basically. Only 25 years for murder. That should be life. You took a life, so you should stay in there for life. 25 years isn't life, okay? Let's see. What have you? Oh, you're nearly done. Tim Tapper. Sentenced to armed robbery for 18 years. Armed robbery for 18 years. I mean, yeah, I suppose. I can't believe murder only gets 25, and yet armed robbery gets, like, 18, which I feel is a little bit excessive. Maybe 15. Good behavior, though. I'm not too sure. Maybe there is a good behavior sort of system they put in. Maybe they get half the time with good behavior. I like the idea of that. Rehabilitation. What is your... What do they call it? I can't remember. Re-offending chance, 2%. So he's got a very low chance, actually. Re-offend, reform. Okay, so if you look on this, reform. A grading of how well you have attempted to reform and rehabilitate this prisoner through the use of reform programs. A high reform score will give the prisoner a much greater chance of finding genuine employment after release and will therefore reduce his reoffending chance. Note, putting your prisoner to work around the prison also counts towards this. So 4 points past 1 intermediate program. That's pretty cool. So security. I didn't actually read up on these. It's a good thing I should do that while we're waiting to actually get some more money in and make sure they've set up the prison. Actually, we should double check they've done that already. Not yet. Alright, it's because I haven't actually given them any way of doing it. We'll go back to... Oh, crap. Well, we'll go back to finding that out in a minute. We just need to demolish these doors. Well, these walls. There we are. Beautiful. Anyway, now we'll go back and talk about this guy. Here we go. You have literally 0 reform chance. You've done nothing, Justin Webb. Let's see. A grading that represents how well you have kept this prisoner's safely locked away. Keeping prisoners locked in cells, in their cells under armed guards will count heavily towards this. You will be penalized if the prisoner is involved in fights, murders, or escape attempts. A low score indicates the prisoner simply continues his criminal existence once inside your prison. Hence, his reoffending chance will be high upon leaving. 78% reoffending chance. How long until you leave? You're staying in here for a long time there, buddy. I'm not really worried too much. Health. A record of the prisoner's health and well-being during his stay in your prison. Outdoor exercise and good food count towards this. Injuries that... Wait, let me reread this. Outdoor exercise and good food count towards this. There's a dot there, that's why it sounded weird. Anyway, injuries that go untreated, drugs and alcohol usage all count against this. A poor score here will increase his chance of reoffending, particularly if the prisoner leaves prison with untreated drug or alcohol dependencies. 78% chance. And then punishment, which I think is pretty obvious. So this is a grading on how well the prisoner has been punished for his crimes as perceived by the public. Serving a long term in prison is the foundation of a strong punishment, but hard times locked up alone will also count towards it. Keep in mind that too much reform or free time will be sent as soft on crime and will count against their punishment grade. That's pretty good. I mean, we give him quite a lot of free time, and he's got 5 right there in punishment. The thing is, we've got very low reform chances, which means we're probably going to have to get some programs thrown in there. I think a good idea will be to have actually some extra teaching areas so that we can actually have some reform programs take place at the same time as work hours. Because I think that's generally when where most of the programs actually go on. Which reminds me, have all of our guards been given the ability to taser the fuck out of some fools?